Yep.
All right. So, to add an appointment,
Okay, you guys have to stop talking.
I just go to whatever client I'm going to add an appointment for, and I click appointment. Then, if I have access to one of the houses, I can see the clients and I get the calendar for that house. So the calendar is for 25-27, and there are no appointments set for March. Would you like to set up an appointment for somebody?
Yeah, you can go. You can go, Richard. Tomorrow he has appointment.
Good. So for me to add an appointment to tomorrow, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on that number, the 7th, for tomorrow. So I'm going to click on that calendar date. Which client?
Richard.
Okay, so I'm going to use the drop down and I'm going to select the client. What type of appointment?
Neurology.
So, that would be medical, right? We want to set one up for neurology.
It wouldn't hurt to have it in there. We have a few people that see neurologists.
Okay.
You can add.
Are there any other types that you don't see here that you wish you had?
Medical dialysis, psychiatric. What about just like therapy?
Is it like physical therapy?
No, I mean like people as therapists, like mental health therapists. Or would you just put that under psychiatric?
I put it under psychiatric.
Okay. All right, looks good to me.
Just leave this as a medical for right now. Okay, neurology, because I'm telling you, you can get too crazy doing this.
All right.
You want to keep it general.
That's fine.
All right. So who is Richard going to go see now? Let's do this. Who is Richard going to go see? What we want to do before we set these appointments up, I'm going to close this, is we want to put in Richard's medical professional.
Oh my God,
And what's nice about this is many of your clients see the same medical professionals.
No, not really. Not really.
Well, you're going to need to keep track of this. So, I'm going to click new. So, who is he going to go see?
Dr. Daniel. Kate.
Last name? Daniel?
No, Daniel is his first name. It's. Do you want the last name? Kuyper.
Kuiper. Okay, and he's in neurology. And where is he practice?
Courage Kenny. I don't have the address on me. Can I get that?
That's fine.
Okay.
He's an MD.
Yep.
Okay. So that's what we're going to need to do. And it's nice if you put everything in because it's going to end up on the referral.
Yeah.
So once you have a medical professional in this list, then all you have to do to add that medical professional to the client, I'm sorry, I just got off Richard, is select them. So if you have people that share doctors, you don't want to re-enter them, you just want to select them. And that's not his primary, so we're going to deselect that because I'm sure he's got a different primary medical.
Yeah, he does.
Save it.
Yeah.
So now so what you're going to end up with is a nice, concise list of all of your clients' medical professionals, which is a good thing. Okay. So now we're going to add this appointment to go see this doc. card. I'm going to say it's a medical. I'm going to say he's going to go see Dr. Kuiper. It's tomorrow. What time is the appointment?
10 o'clock, I think.
And where is it? It's at Courage.
Katie.
And if you have an address, that would be handy. And if you could type, it would be handy. All right. And any reason why is he going?
Evaluation of his Parkinson's.
Okay. Okay. And if you aren't going to take him and you want to use this, you can say where he's going to get picked up, who's going to pick him up, what time they're going to pick him up, and when you expect him to be dropped off. And this is really handy if you're using a Medicab, because you can put your confirmation times in there.
Okay.
It just puts everything in one spot. All right, now I have saved this appointment. And I can put in as many appointments as I wish in the future. So I'm going to be able to see all of my appointments on one page.
Mary, that spot where you put the Parkinson's evaluation, if we have a concern that when we want the doctor to pay attention to, is that where we would put that?
That's correct.
Okay.
So you can edit this. So you're going to see all of the appointments for just this location. If I check here and I have access to other locations, I would see appointments for all three of these locations.
Okay.
Just FYI for you there. Now, when staff logs in tomorrow, they're going to be reminded that Richard has an appointment at 10 o'clock. It's going to show up right here. Okay?
Okay.
When they walk in the door. Now I'm going to go back to appointments, and it's up to you when you print this document out, but you have the ability to do, and I'm going to show you around on this page a little bit more too. You have the ability now to print out one of those referral reports. So I just clicked on the date. I'm going to click print. And the reason that you have these types here is that it controls what that first page looks like. So if you have specific questions that you want to ask a neurologist that you wouldn't want to ask somebody else, these are standard questions. That's why you would have a different drop down here. So you can print this document out. Now, right now we're calling this a medical appointment. Therefore, when you print this out, it's going to show it's a medical appointment with Daniel Kuiper. See, here's your reason. So you can put all the questions that you want answered there. All right, here's the date and the time of the appointment. If we entered in his weight and height, that would automatically show here. We need to put in his pharmacy with his phone and the fax, so the doctor has that right at their fingertips. And then these, if you want, you can have this area be standard for all of your medical appointments. And I'll tell you, based on experience, that the professionals fill this in when it's given to them, which is kind of handy. If you don't want to ask these questions, let me know and I'll show you how to get rid of them. If you want to ask different questions, let me know and I'll show you how to add new ones.
So
that's page 1.
Okay, does it come with it? Is there a way we can attach the med list to it?
Well, yes. I'll show you how. So here's Richard, and if we had his primary hospital, his doctor, his dentist, his dentist. So we have John Jones DDS in there. All right. have the administrator for where he lives. If we had his allergies entered, it would show. If we had his immunizations, it would show. If we had transportation, it would show. And here is his med list.
Cool. Okay.
So all you have to do is print this and you're done.
Okay.
Questions about this?
And all that other info that's not currently in there, we just have
If
it.
you had it, it would print.
So that's just like on a face sheet or something in the system.
Yep, it'll print on the face sheet, but you have to enter the data so we know what it is.
Right. Right. Obviously.
You're over to help dentist medication, but you have to put each one here.
No, his meds are in there. I put the meds in,
Oh, okay, yeah.
but there's a lot of
Here
other
are his
missing
meds.
pieces.
But yes, there's quite a bit of missing information.
I guess we haven't gotten to that yet.
Well, I know. I get it. But it's really simple to put in. I'm going to show you where some of it's going to go.
Okay.
You already know. We're going to close this. And the minute we put it in, it's automatically going to show up on that form. So if we went to client information and programs, and we select Richard, what is his preferred hospital?
Is it your phone? What is it?
No, it was my phone.
Oh,
What is
okay.
his
I'm like looking around
what's
for
his
the phone.
Does he have his preferred hospital?
That's what I know if I can ask him.
Okay. Do you have any other medical professionals? Do you know who his primary doctor is?
Dr. Dale Peterson.
Okay, so
That's
it's
part
just
different.
as simple. I'm going to go new. I'm going to go Dale. Don't start with doctor. Promise me. Dale Peterson, MD. What is he? General?
He's part Nicollet.
Is he a GP?
I think he's a family practitioner, yeah.
And he's Park Nicholas?
Yeah.
And you can fill in the rest of the information later, but at least we have that. So now, I'm going to save it. I closed it. So now, for me to attach that to him, I don't know why this is not working the way it used to. Okay. Medical professionals, select Dale Peterson, that's his primary medical doctor. I'm going to click save. There you go. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Does he, and now what pharmacy does he use?
They all use Georgetown.
Okay, so we're going to put that, that's a good thing to put in here. Do you happen to have the phone number handy?
Yep.
I have it on my phone. Hold on, it's 952.
Phone number, as it is,
854-1190. I have a fax
Okay.
too. Do you want the fax?
Good. Yes.
952-854-1082.
Right. So now that's going to print on all of his appointment referrals as his preferred pharmacy.
Okay.
When I do this, all right? That's his primary pharmacy. I can click save. You can put other pharmacies there, but that's his preferred. So it's just that simple. You're going to just go. You must have a folder on your clients, I'm sure, right now. Open that up, add their medical professionals, attach them.
Where?
Jared Thompson.
Okay, can you run through? I see where you got them from, but how do you attach them after you fill in the info?
Oh, you go like this. You go medical professionals. See this drop down right here?
Yep.
It'll show you all the professionals in there.
Yep.
Select it.
Yep.
Click save. You're done.
Oh, just save. Okay.
Questions, comments about that?
I don't remember what the other missing information was on that slip.
Well, let's look.
Wait a minute.
Appointments, if I could just find it. Here we go. I'm going to click here. I'm going to click print. And so I'm going to get scheduled and PRNs. Most of the time you don't need standing orders, unless you're going to that annual and then you just want standing orders so they can get approved.
Right.
So let's look and see what else you would like. All right, so Dr. Kyer, that's good. I'll show you how to get height and weight in a minute. How's that? Airtime Medical, now it says phone number and fax. That's what the doc's interested in. Here's all his primary. So now we know that Dale Peterson is his primary. His preferred hospital, his primary dentist if he has one. Okay. His allergies. I'll show you how to put in allergies. Here are all of his pharmacies because he might have more than one. Okay, I think it's just allergies that we're really after right now.
So where do we, the hospital info, dental, we need to know where to go to add those back in.
Okay. Medical professionals.
For hospital too?
Yep. Okay. Next, and that's all goes right here. These blue ribbons here, you select any client. Medical professionals. Okay?
So hospitals on this page?
Yes. And the way you get to add them is you click this button right here.
Okay.
And I would like you to edit this hospital, but I'm just going to call this Hospital 1. Okay? Edit that thing, if you would, because I didn't even spell it right. If I close that. Then they'll be able to use this, and I'll say that it's his primary hospital. You're going to change that record and save it.
Where's it go?
How can we do this one?
Well, Park Nicollet is the clinic, but it would be like Methodist or UC. Yeah, right. But Park Nicollet uses.
Hospital he go Methodist.
Yeah, I did the last time when I had this.
Okay, Methodist? Okay.
Is it Methodist?
Yeah, it seems that way.
Okay. Well, then we might as well add, we'll fix that one to be Methodist. Anybody got a phone number?
We don't have his chart in front of us, but I'm just going from memory.
That's fine. My sister went there to nursing school many years ago.
Well, they don't even have a nursing program anymore, I don't think.
I know, but
Yeah.
I think they went to they went to Augsburg for their graduate work. Okay, so that's how you do it. So now we've got that in there. Do I need to show you that some more? Or are you good with that? Medical professionals is where you're going to spend a little bit of time. See, primary medical, primary hospital. You're going to look for primary psychiatric if they have a psychiatric doctor, and primary dentist if they have a dentist.
I have a number for Methodist.
Okay, so I'm going to add update medical professionals. I'm going to find Methodist. I'm going to click edit. Ready.
952 993 5000.
And what's nice Yeah, there's a little work in getting it in, but once it's in, all of your client profile, it's just always, you have that information at your fingertips. Well, not for Joel. We don't want to do Joel. We want to do Richard. That's the one we want. So whatever report we run, we have that information. And if we had his picture, it would show right here. Okay? Does this make sense?
Where's the insurance and social security information? Where is that entered in the adaptive?
Okay. So, you see the social security number and record number? Okay. This is not where we enter it, but that's so. We didn't put in a social. Okay? Here is where you're going to enter in insurance information. Who pays for him? Or do you want to do that now? Do you want to do that right now?
No, I don't have his chart in front of me. I just was wondering where he did it. I'm assuming he's on a caddy waiver. I don't know what else.
Okay. Right.
Social
Well,
security. I'm not sure.
okay, so you'll enter in that information and we'll talk to you later about it.
Can you put in more than one funding types? Because most people have more than one. Okay.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And you just add that in and then go back to the next.
Well, payer, and then you put the priority, who pays first, who pays second.
Okay.
We're not going to do the claims, but you're going to have all that information.
Okay.
Okay? Are we good on this part? On appointments. We're talking appointments.
Okay.
Where do you want to go next?
Well, I'm thinking because you don't have any medical diagnosis in your system, it's going to take me a while to do that.
Okay.
Is there?
Well, it shouldn't take long. Do you have his diagnoses?
Richards?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know two of them now.
Okay. Well, let's go put them in. So we're going to go to company administrative, company configuration. Diagnosis management. What, do you have the numbers or?
No, I don't. Schizophrenia.
So he's Asperger's, isn't he? Asperger's and ADHD?
No. Richard?
Wrong guy.
No, Richard's,
Yeah.
Richard's schizophrenia and Parkinson's.
Okay, so, schizophrenia, do you want schizophrenia unspecified?
You put that in there for now so I can find out what it is.
Okay, so schiz, and you said Parkinson's, and I don't see Parkinson's, so I'm just going to type in Parkinson's. If you don't have the code, don't make it up, just leave it. Okay, so I'm going to save it. So now, I'm going to go to client information and program. And I am going to select Richard. I'm going to go to client additional information. You see that? Client additional information. So there's 5 tabs up here. So that was the first tab. That's the face sheet, basically. Think of it. Second is this secondary information, and here is diagnosis. So he's got one primary diagnosis as Parkinson's. And you can put notes here, if you wish. And he's got another primary that was this schizophrenia, we're going to say unspecified. All right? And that's a primary. I'm going to save it. You can add as many primaries and as many secondaries as you wish.
But
Question?
the code is supposed to be in there. I also thought there was like a drop down bar where you could look it up too on here. Or...
No, it's on the table where you add them. Because looking it up here isn't going to help. Because you need to use this drop down.
But your drop down only has mental health diagnosis in it.
No, the drop down has whatever you have entered in that table I was just on.
Well, how did all those get in there? Because we didn't enter anything.
We delivered those. It comes with these.
It comes with it.
Yeah.
Okay, but
and if you don't want them, you can delete them.
Well, we can. It's just that we have a lot of medical. I mean, most people in assisted living have medical issues, not mental health issues.
So the way you add them is administrative. You only have to do it one time. Company configuration, and I kept saying if we put those mental ones, people are going to complain.
Well, we need some of those too. It's just there's a lot of cardiac and kidney, all other things.
Yeah. So it's just go to diagnosis management, put in all the ones that you think you might use. You're done.
So
anything that you
don't use. There's anything on that list that we can use. Can we just click on that list, or do we have to start typing it in?
No. Anything that's here you can use already.
Right. How do we get it there, though? That's my question.
I just did that. I just typed in Parkinson's and I clicked save.
Okay.
Okay. Here's your ICD-10 lookup. But my advice to you is if you don't have a 10 number, don't guess. Just type in the words that you know.
But don't those codes have to be in there?
No, they don't. Well, they do for your bill, but otherwise that's going to show on your billing.
Okay.
So, okay?
Yep.
All right. Okay, the other thing is, does he have any directives or comments? Does Richard? Does he have a DNR, DNI?
I'm sure he's DNR, DNI. See?
And where is that information held? How would you get it if you needed it, that kind of information?
Well, right now it's a paper copy in the chart, but that's something we can scan and put into the system?
It is. But you can say that too. Just so people know where they can get to it. All right? So that would be a directive. A comment might be, Richard needs to have all of his pills crushed. Or Richard really isn't allergic to bees, but he is afraid of them. Something. Okay? You can have as many directives or as many comments as you need. They are going to print on the referrals and the face sheets and the medication administration. So, that's directives. We talked about diagnoses. Allergies is the next thing. Does Richard have any allergies?
Yeah, but it's a chemical allergy, and I didn't look at it. It's a weird thing.
So you're going to want to enter that in. And I think if he doesn't have any allergies, I see most people put an unknown. Report, if you really want to cover yourself, unknown, report any reactions. So that's how you do that. Okay?
Sure.
Okay, so all of that we've just been, so far we're kind of still on appointments and client profile information. What would you like to talk about next?
Huh? Here, you move. I gotta get my strength anyway. No, you move here. You need to be up front for the action.
Are we ready to have staff start adding any?
So how we add the weight and height?
Okay, good. Do you have his weight and height?
Yeah.
Okay, here's how you do it. So once a month or once a week, I forget how we scheduled this, staff is going to be directed to put in weight and height. The way they're going to do this is they're going to be doing medication administration already, because they're going to do that every day. And one of those days, weight and height is going to show up here. Okay? Now, I'm going to do it PRN this time because today it's not scheduled to be done, but I know we did schedule it. So the way staff is going to enter weight and height is they're going to select it. It doesn't matter whether they selected it from the top or the bottom. What was his weight as of this morning or as of today? Or what do you want to record as his weight?
Let's do it more or less done. We only do it once a month.
Okay, what do you want to record as his weight today?
156.
156. What is his current height in feet and inches?
It's on there, isn't it?
No, it's not done.
Oh, you didn't get height?
No.
We don't have height.
Consider around 5.
You know, so you can ask
1 minute.
5 point something.
Okay.
Everyone hospital.
IT is perfect. His IT might choose.
Huh?
His IT shows.
Oh, yeah. He probably doesn't grow. I'm gonna make her sit down.
It's okay. I'm good.
She's coming.
So the vital signs
We
they are
wait
in
for the
the
employees.
Well, you know what? With Mary?
so the vital signs they are in medical expenses.
They're in what? Medical?
Did you do something like that?
She wants to know, John, if
You
you use
use
this, not the same system.
But this from
I'm listening to the
I just want to know height. I just need his inches.
5'9", so that's 69 inches.
Okay. The way we expect you to record it,
Mm-hmm.
well, if you prefer 69 inches, you could.
5'9", that's fine.
good. That's it.
5 feet 9 inches. Okay. Staff is going to click Save and Close.
You need something.
All right. Now it just is telling me I have to click Save Records. Click Save Records. Okay. So now I have to click Save Records. System said I had to put in a note. I'm just going to put in a dot, and I'm going to click Save Records again until I see that this message. Medication charting was saved successfully. Okay. So now if I run a appointment referral report, or if I run a client profile for Richard, I will have his most recent weight and his most recent height. You do not need to put in his weight and height all the time.
Okay.
Okay? Make sense here?
Most of them. So it's good.
This is his client profile. All right. So does that make sense? Now, if you want to know when we scheduled his scheduled weight, we would look under medications. We would go to the master record. Here's his weight and height, and we scheduled it to be done. I'm going to edit it so I can see the record. We scheduled it to be done every 2 weeks. Is that you don't want to do every 2 weeks?
No, I just twice. Yeah, I think he told us twice a week. That's all.
Well, we're having some. It's okay.
So let's leave it as every 2 weeks?
Yeah, that's fine. He's had some issues, so otherwise it's usually monthly.
Okay, well, he's gonna be down on the 1st and the 14th, it looks like. Or every 14 days, so whatever that is. It's gonna move a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, have we got that squared away on how to enter weight and height?
Yeah.
All right. Now, what about the services that we provide? Where would you like to go next? Would you like to talk about staff charting or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, we've got some information set up for Richard. That's great. But now we would like staff to start providing information about Richard. So, staff is going to, every day, at the end of their shift, they're going to come here, tell me if I'm wrong, and they're going to click progress notes for Richard. And somebody's going to say, I came here at 6 this morning. Oh no, we don't want this. I have to change something. You don't want staff to be able to change the time that they wrote a progress note, do you?
There's already delegated times in there, right?
The time is here. See it? See the time? Right here? My mouse is going around it when it was written.
Yeah.
You see it?
No, but my question is, weren't those assigned tasks to be done at a certain time?
We're talking about something totally different right now. Okay? So we're not talking about services provided. We're just talking about general notes for that shift for that person.
Okay, I know what you're saying, Mary. I thought there was a determination on when the note had to be written.
We can do that if you want.
No, that's all right. They got enough things to do.
Okay, so this is when this note is being written. All right, if you wish, you can allow users to change this. Most companies do not. We want to know when they wrote that note.
Yeah.
We want to know if they went home and wrote that note or wrote it 2 weeks later. Okay? This is the period of time that this note that we're going to write covers. So if I came on shift at 6 o'clock this morning, I'm just going to say 6:42, and I'm getting off shift at 1:42, this note that I'm going to write here is going to cover me for this period of time. So here's who wrote it. Here's the client name. Here's when I wrote it. This is the period of time it covers. And here's the note. Now, for me, I have nursing notes and progress notes defaulted. I think the way we set your direct care staff up is that only progress note will be defaulted. For nursing staff, that will be the default. Does this make sense to you or not?
Yep.
They're going to save it. I don't want to do that. And then what's nice about this, oh, here, somebody's been doing it.
Yeah.
Did you?
Cool.
No.
Cool. So there it is. And what's nice is you're going to see the prior notes. You can run a report from this if you wish. You can even keep track of staff has read those notes if you wish. Questions, comments about this?
Does a nurse note look the same? Is it just like a narrative note, Mary?
It's just a narrative note.
Okay.
There's a different kind of form we can build where it's going to ask you specific questions.
Does the person have the initial?
But we're not ready for that yet.
So like Mona did those notes, did she have to type her name in or did that come up because she was logged in?
That's her signature.
She did.
It just showed up. It just showed up because
okay, that's
she
what I
logged
wanted.
in.
Okay, good.
The top and the bottom.
Yep.
Okay.
Plus, if I click show notes, I can run reports from any period of time I wish. You know, I can run them every note from the whole year. Okay? So those are just general notes. Alright, so that's the first thing that staff is probably going to charge. The next thing they're going to charge is on items that we scheduled them to do on Richard's behalf. And for them to chart on that, they're going to click Scheduled Direct Care. And that is like your charting page that you sent to me. Okay? So in his room, did they do light housekeeping? So they're going to select it. Okay? Did he need help getting dressed this morning? Yes, he did, and they could write notes. Were there any medical concerns today? Nothing to report. Did they help prepare the breakfast? Because this is the 9 a.m. charting. Yes, they did. Did they monitor his food and beverage? And they can say he ate his meal. Now we could force staff to enter notes on anything we want.
How do you do that?
When we set this up, we're gonna say that a note is required.
So if there were certain areas that were problematic that you were concerned about, you could just pick out like one area and ask that.
Correct.
Okay.
How would you know if the employees they added up all this? How would they know?
Okay. Now we already know they're going to chart on medications, but if you want them to chart again, then they're going to chart on this. Okay? Questions about this, and then when they're done charting, they're going to click Save Records, and the charting is done.
And how do we check, or where do we go to look to make sure that on each shift the staff has done the charting they were supposed to?
When they start charting, we're going to turn on our late charting reminders. I don't want to turn it on. I don't want to turn it on now because you're going to have a ton of late charting reminders that mean nothing. So tell me when you're ready to start charting and we'll turn it on.
And that would go to anybody in admin?
It goes to everybody who logs into that location.
Okay.
So it's very obvious that somebody didn't chart.
Okay, so everybody would get that notification.
That's right. So they'll all know who's not doing their job.
Anyway.
After I save it, can I change some something?
I'm sorry.
After I save it, when I chart and I say save the record, so can I go back to change?
Oh, once you've charted, it's saved. That's done. You can't change it.
So you can't go back and edit it if you forgot to add something or.
Well, here's what you can do. Users with the ability could remove that record and then you could rechart it. You don't want everybody doing that. Just the supervisors should have that ability.
So where we go?
Okay, so let's go like this. Let's say I charted on all of this. Do you care if I chart here?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to chart. And then somebody's going to review this and they're going to say, Mary, you did not sweep. You didn't do any of that. Okay? So, here's how you get rid of it. I go Task Directory, Administrative, Remove Records. Do you see that right here? I click it. We don't want to be doing this all the time, you know.
Yeah.
And it is a program service. It's for Richard. It's for today. And that light housekeeping, we need to remove that. It's not going to be okay. So I'm going to select it, and I'm going to say charted in error, because we want to know why we took it off. And I'm going to save it. And we have now, if I go back to that charting page, it will be there uncharted again.
To be open now.
Yeah. So I can do it right.
Not complete.
Okay? Make sense?
Yeah.
So, my next question is do we have everything here we need for staff to be able to chart accurately for Richard's care? Is everything that was on that page that you sent to me, does that all appear here?
If I wanna, I was medication concern, I don't wanna be scheduled. So how I can remove that time? Actual
So
time.
take this off, this medication administration?
Yeah, and I wanna make a BRN. That's needed. So, that's
Okay.
needed.
Okay. Now let's look at Medicaid. Let's go look. So this is how you chart on the services you provided him.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's talk about how we chart on medication.
Not the medication, sorry. The medical consent.
Oh, okay. All right. Let's fix that. Then we don't like what we did. All right. So we're going to change that from being scheduled to we only chart on it if they had a concern, right?
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to this is the area. Remember, okay. I clicked on his picture, so I got back to his master record. This tab is the tab that I use to create that page. And we down here it shows which ones we have scheduled, and there's that medical concerns one. See it?
Mm-hmm.
I am going to discontinue that. See it? With just PRN. Okay, I'm going to discontinue it. Okay, so now it's gone from there, and I've got it here 3 times. We only need it once in the PRN, so we're going to get rid of it here. That's good. You see, I see it 3 times down here. I only want to see it once. We only need it 1 time. So now we cleaned up that form. We do have medical concerns there. And if I go to the charting page now for Richard, the charting that I did won't go away, but we won't see it anymore after today. But we will see it here if there are any. So in that case, we should probably change this. Or do we want to leave this with why would they ever chart on this if they had nothing to report? So I'm going to change that service. In the company library, is that how you're going to do everybody? That's a question. Or just
Yeah, everybody.
Okay, so we're going to go to the company library, and the medical concerns one. Tell me when you see it. Right here. I'm going to edit that because we want to remove this nothing to report, because that would be silly if we did that. So now it's just going to be that they called the nurse to document why in concerns. That would be the only reason that you would use it. And there we go. So from now on, that's how it will go on new clients, and we're going to fix Richard's to be the same way. We have to do Richard also because his was already on in his library.
We're just doing a training. What's that?
Okay, is there anything else on Richard's charting page that we need to fix?
Where did he come back from? The hospital?
All right, so I'm just going to fix these
Oh, just a regular.
because we don't need that,
Okay.
and we don't need this,
Okay. Do you know what the medication is?
and I'm going to update his. So now his conforms with with the company library. What else we got? If I click home, if I'm going to chart, if I'm a staff person, I come in here, I'm going to go to Richard, I'm going to click schedule direct here. Staff people won't have all these options. Okay. So now if I do medical concern,
No, just spell the second one for me.
something's not right here, I gotta look. I might have gone a little crazy and, yep, I took it out. I took it all out. I'm gonna put that back.
I'm over at 14, but I can try to swing harder because you know where pain medication is.
There's just one too many things I changed. There it is. I had to reinstate. I took too many times out my problem, and I just want to make sure that this is right. Yep, that's all good. Update it.
Oh, is he there? Can I talk to him?
And I'm going to go back to scheduling it. It's back. And I'm going to have it start today. That's fine. As a PRN only. And I'm going to, now we're good. That's why we like to have everything square before we get going too far.
Yeah.
Okay. It's back. Good. All right. Anything else that we need to do for Richard? Going once? Going twice?
Need it tonight. The staff will be able to get it by the
Or are we ready to try somebody else? Okay. What I would suggest, if we think we have this scheduled direct care the way we like it, and medication administration the way we like it, I think it would be good to have staff chart on Richard.
They think that's connected from the breaking the ribs.
And when Marcia comes back, I'd like to show you how to put in standing orders.
Great. Well, I'll have to come over.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks. I'm gonna have to go blue. That's gotten more new meds than he needs right now.
Marcia,
Yes.
are you game for me to explain how to add standing orders?
Oh, sure. There was that question about, they were listed in there as routine versus PRN. Is that what we're talking about, or is this something different?
No. And was I gonna do something about
Yeah,
that?
you were gonna call the pharmacy.
I forgot all about it.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I will do that.
Okay.
Let me write that down.
Okay. So standing orders.
Yeah, let's talk standing orders here.
Okay.
Task directory. Administrative. MAR configuration. So we write down three things: task directory, administrative, MAR configuration. Like it. The top item is the library of standing orders for your company.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have your first standing order be, I can't spell it, ACETIMINOTHEN. You fix it, whatever. Let's see.
Spell it right.
There it is. Okay.
Okay.
And then,
Oops,
is it a 250 milligram
Probably, yeah.
tablet? And Tylenol? And it's for fever. You're going to fix these.
Okay.
Yep. You're going to put in the side effects, and you're going to insert the record. Okay. Take 2 tablets. Time out every 4 hours, not to exceed whatever it is, milligrams in 24 hours. You know what to do.
Yep.
Okay, you're going to insert the record. Okay, next standing order, you're going to have Pepto-Bismol. Can't spell it, but you get the idea. It's got a name.
Yep.
It's for stomach upset.
Mm-hmm.
Detail instructions. Take 1 cap by mouth. Okay, insert the record. What? What did I do? Did I already have this?
That's what they say.
What is it saying? A duplicate?
Somebody existing.
I think it's because let's look. I think I just hit, yes, that's what I want. Yes. There, I had it in and it didn't show it to me. That's my fault. Okay, so you get the idea. You're going to enter them all in here. All right?
So this is in the library though, so we don't have to put it in my client, right?
Well, just wait. Okay. You're going to approve it. You're going to do this once for the whole company.
Right.
This is your whole list.
Right.
All right. Now it's time to go to Richard. So I'm going to go to Richard.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to type in all this stuff for Richard. That would be a real pain. So what I do is this. I go to that medication master, his particular library. I come down to where it says standing orders. See it? I open it up. Standing order approval. I click it. I say, who is the prescriber that's approving this? I'm going to make this up, okay? I say what date, and it's usually good for a year, so whatever date you put in here, it'll put out a year. I select all of the items, and I deselect anything that he shouldn't have.
Okay.
And I click save, and then I have put those standing orders on his master record.
And that'll show up on the MAR, right?
You are correct. As a standing order.
Mary, you don't have like a template that lists like go here, then there, then there, then there to get this done, do you?
Yeah, sure. Everything has got a user guide, task directory, knowledge base, and tickets. Haven't I shown you this before? Okay, task directory, knowledge base, and tickets. Then what I usually do is I go view entire knowledge base, and I want to go to medications.
Mhm.
So I'm okay, and I want to go schedule medications, standing orders. Here's standing orders. See?
Mhm.
I click standing orders. I click that, and there's a step-by-step user guide of what I just showed you.
As long as you can get to that place, find it.
You smart Alec.
You can say the bad word.
Okay. Right.
We all know what you're thinking.
Yep. It's not that hard to get to. The knowledge base.
Okay, so say that again. You go to task. Where to get to
Okay.
how to get to this page?
Task directory,
Uh-huh.
knowledge base.
Knowledge base. Okay.
View entire knowledge base. Or I could go here and I could just type in standing,
Okay.
and then it would just bring me standing orders.
Okay. Okay, that's simple. I think we can remember that.
I know you can. Okay. All right. Anything? So, do you think? I really would like to have staff chart on him for tomorrow, starting tomorrow,
Okay.
because that way we're going to find out what doesn't work and what does work.
I don't think it works through the day. Oh, okay, yeah, sure, we can start tomorrow. Yeah.
Are you good with that?
Yeah.
Good.
She wrote notes, but you're talking about the progress notes and doing meds too?
I do all three
Everything,
things:
the tasks,
progress notes,
everything.
services, and meds.
Yeah, good.
It can't hurt.
No, there's no penalty.
Nope. And that way we'll see what we like and what we don't like, and then give that a couple days, and then we should get together and add the next client.
Okay.
So your homework is to add the rest of the medical professionals so that Richard's client profile is complete. I know.
John wants extra hours. Okay. We'll see.
And somebody needs to show staff how to chart. And then what you're going to be able to do daily is I can turn on the late charting reminders if you want.
Yeah, do that.
So we're going to turn them on though as of tomorrow. I'll do that first thing in the morning.
Okay.
And when do we want the system to start showing late charting reminders? Do we want them, like, you can have them show up all the time, or you can have them be batched up?
Can you do it like every day, or what do people usually do?
Okay. Well, I'll show. It really is all over the board.
Okay.
So it depends on. It really depends on how fragile your clients are. If you've got really fragile clients, you'll probably do medications every 2 hours.
Mm.
If you do 3 med passes a day, you'll have this late charting reminder be right after the med pass. And then typically for the services, you do it once right before the end of the shift.
Right, but we're talking about sending an alert if that doesn't get done. So I thought you were saying you could decide how often that alert gets sent out.
Right, this alert is going to get sent out right now.
Okay.
Anything that hasn't been charted by 8 a.m., the alert would go out. Anything that wasn't charted by noon, the alert would go out.
Okay.
And the medications, we have more slots to send out.
We don't have really fragile people, I wouldn't say. Medium fragile.
So then typically once per shift
Okay.
would make sense.
Okay.
So when are your shifts? Generally.
8 a.m.
8 to 5.
Okay, so 5 p.m. So by 4:30, our charting should be done. I think we said that. We're going to go 4:45. That'll give them a chance to do their charting if something got missed.
Okay.
Okay, when's the next shift?
You can say 10:45. Yeah, yeah.
Then when's the next time we want reminders? Then again in the
7:45.
morning. Oopsie. We don't like it, we'll change it. And do we want to do the medications more often?
Yeah.
When do we want those?
I think
That's not for the self-esteem for medication.
the what?
This was for the
Medication is 8 a.m.
What was it?
Oh,
What time
So by 8:30, I want to know if somebody hasn't started the 8 a.m. meds.
9.
yeah, it's because they have until 9 to do it, so.
Okay, it's going to go on at 9. When's the next one we should send it out?
We have all the two clients they do middays.
Well,
That's okay.
Richard and
Okay, let's say
When?
4 or 5. So 5 p.m.
You don't want to do anything in between?
That's like 12 o'clock.
Who has a
Just
2
Richard.
and 4 p.m. has a cut.
Yeah, 4.
So I'm sorry, I mean that's the same thing.
Because put like 1
Okay,
o'clock and
four.
5.
They can do 4
Yeah, 1 and 5.
1 and 5, yeah, 1 o'clock.
Or do if the shift.
Okay, I like that better now.
That's one, yeah.
It doesn't hurt to do this.
Yeah, 1 o'clock and then 5 o'clock.
Mhm. And then HS
Okay.
would be like 9 or 10. What do you think? 9?
9, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay. So I'm going to turn this on tomorrow. We'll see how early I turn it on, but we'll start getting some.
Okay.
Because I don't want any late charting reminders to come from today. And the way I'm going to do it, it's really simple. I'm just going to go to that location and I'm going to say, generate late charting reminders. I have to go look here. So for 2527, I'm going to just go check right there. And that's going to get us all of our reminders. All right, well, my homework is to call the pharmacy. Gee whiz, sorry.
Oh, okay. I forgot you.
The lady, she said lady, I said, what's the lady? I didn't see.
Anything else we should talk about today?
No.
The goat. No, nothing for me.
We're good?
Yep.
Then when should we get together? Or should we just schedule the next one when you want to give me a call?
Okay.
That's fine.
Okay. I think you guys are getting, you're actually pretty far along, I think, from what I saw you did.
After everybody involved, the employees, then maybe we'll see how we put it. Maybe Rachel how we do, and then we can schedule all of that. And what mistake we have from.
Sure. Okay, so we'll give you a buzz or email you, Mary, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful. I'll let you know about the Jericom stuff.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.